Hello, Jess Too Good here, and LEGO just revealed the 2025 Modular, which is the Tudor Corner. This will retail for $230 with 3,266 pieces and a total of 8 minifigures. So it seems like LEGO isn't going back to releasing this on December 1st of this year. I mean, that already passed. If you remember last year's Modular, they released on December 1st. I do like this better than last year's Modular with the museum. I think the colors and architecture here is absolutely beautiful. I will say I think I like the interiors less than last year because I really did like how they captured the museum interiors last year. That's not to say there isn't like an amazing selection of different interior businesses and residential areas. This first floor is filled with a haberdashery, which is like a clothing place usually with men's clothes. Not exactly a tailor, which I know we got a tailor in, say, the Jazz Club set from 2 years ago. And there's also a restaurant at the front there. And you know I'm an absolute sucker for restaurants and LEGO. I mean, I think my two favorite modular buildings at this point is the Parisian and the diner. But this is distinct enough from both of those. More on the fancy side to say the Parisian. It's called the Old Guarded Inn. I like what you did there because the whole design of the exterior of this reminds me most of the LEGO Guarded Inn set, which is one of my favorite LEGO sets that unfortunately I don't have. The original release was back in 1986, but they re-released it in the early 2000s. And you can see how this shares that, what I can describe as somebody who's not an architecture expert, Danish building design for that half of the Guarded Inn that you get at the top of this building here. Not gonna lie, I foolishly thought Tudor Corner from the leaks meant that this was a place where people get tutored. I was so confused for so long. No, Tudor is a type of architecture style. Apparently originated in Wales from a quick Google search. I call it the Danish architecture style because from my brief time in Denmark last year, I saw so many buildings like this. And I love that. And I also think of the Guarded Inn set. Now, if you plop this with the other modular buildings, it does look out of place, but I mean, look at these three modular buildings. All three of these look completely different to each other, almost like they're from different eras and different parts of the world. I don't think that's a problem. I like the variety and just beautiful buildings we have going on with this modular building series. Well, back to this set, and this restaurant right here has an interior that's mostly focused on the dining area around a bar. It's a lot more spacious than I expected, but you do get a kitchen at the back, as well as a bathroom underneath the stairs, which I like how you can lift that up. That's just an adorable little build. And you get a dining area on the outside as well. The kitchen is compact at the back, but it still feels like it's not skimping out on too much there. There's also a small back alley with a dumpster. And I like how the exterior of this restaurant and the haberdashery seemingly have some nice prints. Like, I really hope those are printed tiles. But even if, say, the menu isn't a printed tile, dang, that's going to be so useful in LEGO City settings, and I love the design there. And the logos for both of these storefronts is absolutely beautiful. As for the haberdashery, this design is pretty compact, but I do like the different hats you have going on. None of them are exclusive, except for the Paperboy hat in a gray coloring. That's really nice to get. And I also love the pattern that they have going on with the floor tiles there. The second floor is the Clockmaster's Workshop, which is a really fun idea that hasn't appeared in other modulars before. Like, sure, we've gotten clocks, but this is clock heaven up here. The design of this feels spacious as well. And I do like how they have the old style vacuum cleaner right here. Like, that's just a great touch for a build. Actually, it could even be a carpet cleaner. That's probably what they're going for. I don't know, whichever the two. I love that design. The use of the ski stick as a pendulum here is genius. The exterior of the second floor has a nice use of the brick pieces and also a really cool clock design. And the flower designs and how they're potted on the side is really cool. Unlike last year's modular, I think the mix of colors here, the haberdashery side having that blue and the rest having kind of a mix between whites and nougats, works in my opinion. It's an interesting color mix that pays off. The final floor is this apartment in the attic. In the apartment in the attic comes out slightly more modern than the rest of the set. It's probably that aqua coloring for some of the interior. I love that aqua color. I don't think it fits out of place in this room. Again, with the whole building, it's just a little bit, I don't know, not in the same time period as the other stuff. Maybe I'm being too harsh there. I love how this floor has different animals. You have the beetle print, which was only in like 2 expensive sets this year, including the botanical garden. That's great. There's the white kitten, who's come in a couple sets over the past few years. And then there's this new color for the kitten, which is this tan coloring. That's fantastic. I love the dark tan there. It's always great to get new colors for animals that are very common in our everyday lives. The press kit didn't have too many shots of this room, and I wish it did, but from what I could see, I like the plant build. I like the cat tower build. There's a little couch there. Really want to see what's on this wall right here, which looks like a sticker or a print. And then at the very top of the building, there's a little roof hatch. I just love this Tudor styling with the red. Whatever's going on there with the architecture, it's just absolutely beautiful. As for the minifigures of this set, you get a lot of fancy old-timey minifigures, some patrons, some clerks, a chef, a chimney sweeper, which looks straight out of Mary Poppins with Bert. Like, this is a direct tribute. This is just straight up a reference to that character, and I find that really cool. The one character that looks out of place is this character right here, who has headphones and just kind of a modern design with the aqua there and everything. Like the rest of the people, except maybe the chef, look very of the time, and this just looks out of place. I like the bike there, and I like the use of the Rex Danger Vest hair, which we have gotten in that color in multiple sets before, but it's just always nice to see that pop up. But yeah, it kind of feels like that character is a bit too modern for the rest of the set. When it comes to the $230 price, I think this is excellent. Like, it doesn't feel overpriced. You know, I used to love when modulars were $150 each. I get it. But as it stands, I think that's still a great price for this set. It doesn't feel overpriced. I will get this eventually. I'm still trying to collect every modular. I haven't given up on that endeavor yet, like I did with, say, the Winter Village sets. Again, this is one of the best exteriors for a modular ever. I love that Tudor style architecture, if that's what's going on there. And it reminds me so much of Denmark. There'll also be a corner kiosk gift with purchase if you buy this. Apparently it will run from the 1st through 7th of January. Of course, while supplies last, so you know that's going to sell out. And of course, LEGO didn't include this in the press release. Let me know what you think of this set in the comments below. Are you just as much in love with this set as I am? Or am I being too easy on this set? Are you a fan of the architecture style, and do you like this more than the last 2 modulars like I do? Subscribe here for LEGO news and honest LEGO takes. Check out the playlist of all the other 2025 reveals, and I'll see you later. Peace out.